In the years leading up to the Battle of Stalingrad, tensions between Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union escalated, ultimately culminating in one of the most pivotal clashes of World War II. Initially, the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, a non-aggression treaty between Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union, allowed Hitler to focus his military might on Western Europe, while Stalin solidified his control over Eastern Europe. However, Hitler's expansionist ambitions soon turned towards the east. In June 1941, Operation Barbarossa was launched, marking the largest invasion in history as German forces poured into Soviet territory. The invasion caught the Soviets off guard, despite warnings from intelligence sources. The German blitzkrieg tactics overwhelmed Soviet defenses, leading to massive territorial gains for the Axis forces. Despite early setbacks, the Soviet Union refused to capitulate. Cities like Leningrad endured lengthy sieges, while Moscow became the focal point of Soviet resistance. The harsh Russian winter also slowed the German advance, giving the Red Army time to regroup and reinforce. As the war dragged on, the Eastern Front became a brutal theater of attrition, with both sides suffering immense losses. The Soviet Union, under the leadership of figures like Stalin and General Zhukov, rallied its people and military to defend their homeland at all costs. By the summer of 1942, the stage was set for one of the deadliest confrontations of the war, the Battle of Stalingrad. Hitler saw the city as a strategic prize, while Stalin recognized its symbolic importance in the fight against fascism. As German forces closed in on the city, both sides prepared for a showdown that would decide the fate of Stalingrad and shape the course of the war in the east. Stalingrad was a crucial spot on the Volga River that Hitler believed he needed to capture in order to secure the southern side and crush Soviet morale. The campaign began in the summer of 1942, with German forces led by General Friedrich Paulus launching a relentless attack on the city. This battle would go down as one of the deadliest ever, with block-by-block fighting in urban areas and enormous casualties on both sides. Soviet troops, commanded by General Vasily Chuikov, fought fiercely to protect their homeland, transforming the streets of Stalingrad into a deadly maze for the invading forces. In the midst of ruins, soldiers endured unimaginable hardships, such as extreme cold, hunger, and constant enemy fire. As the battle continued, Stalingrad became a symbol of resistance for the Soviet Union and an inspiration for the Allied forces. Despite facing overwhelming odds, the Red Army refused to surrender. In November 1942, they launched a bold counterattack that surrounded the German Sixth Army and ultimately led to its surrender in February 1943. The consequences of Stalingrad were significant. The defeat dealt a major blow to the German war effort, marking a turning point in the war and shifting momentum in favor of the Allies. It also resulted in heavy losses on both sides, with estimates of over 2 million casualties, making it one of the deadliest battles in history.